This is our semi-main event. Welcome back to Center Ring for Fight Force Promotions. Show number 26. It's Commonwealth Championship time. As we approach midnight night on a Friday night in your city, the city of Melbourne, the home of kickboxing. We're at the Springvale Stadium. Ladies and gentlemen, international fighters in the ring this time. Peter Bishop, thank you very much for your marvellous hospitality in Hamilton, New Zealand, on a big World Championship card not so long back. Peter Bishop has another big program coming up, November 30 in Hamilton, in the North Island of New Zealand, the home of New Zealand kickboxing. November 30, a big show to watch out for. Waikato Kickboxing Academy. Ladies and gentlemen, your referee in charge of this 6-round Commonwealth Championship match, Peter Clark. Judges Mark Corey, Graham Waddell, and Ignatius Miscellaneous. Ringside physician Dr. John Jury. Here we go, let's get it on. 6 rounds for the Commonwealth IKBF Junior Middleweight Championship. Introducing first, occupying the blue corner with Peter Bishop from the Waikato Kickboxing Martial Arts Centre in the heartland of Hamilton, New Zealand. He brings to Melbourne a record of 15 bouts, 8 wins, 6 losses, 1 draw. 23 years of age, scaling 72.15 kilograms, wearing Muay Thai trunks, light blue with red and a touch of white. Would you welcome New Zealand's Karl Anderson? And across the ring, occupying the red corner with Murray Thompson Finest Factory from Launching Pace, Victoria. He is the Victorian Professional Middleweight Boxing Champion. On September 13 at Fort Knox, he will challenge for the National Professional Boxing Championship. He is an Australian kickboxing legend. He made his debut here at Springvale 11 years ago in kickboxing. He brings a 12-fight record in the center ring, scaling 72.30 kilograms. Ladies and gentlemen, black trunks, he is known as Lightning, Nick Lightning Lundh. Here we go. Peter Clark, your referee.
This is the main event for the Commonwealth title, junior middleweight, 69.84 kilos to 72.56. Lightning and Nick Lundh, 11 years experience. He trains himself against Karl Anderson tonight from New Zealand, and Karl Anderson is nothing to be reckoned with. He's a former Thai boxing New Zealand and a North Island champion, the Hurricane. Karl Anderson, trainer Peter Bishop, and it is above the waist kicks only there, Stephen.
Yes, excellent there, Perry, and also Nick Lundh, of course, is on a high at the moment. He wiped out David Deeg boxing at the Lester Ellis Mundine fight about 5 weeks ago. An enormous victory for him. Really banged up David Deeg with an enormous punch in the first 45 seconds of the fight.
Certainly. The referee Peter Clark here for this Commonwealth title.
Western Bulldogs Football Club, Whitten Oval, tribute to Darren Fuller on his long and distinguished boxing career.
I think on the tail, tail of the tape there, Stephen, you'd have to give this to Nick Lundh on just experience. So,
yes, Nick Lundh is a very experienced boxer and kickboxer, and he can vary his sports.
Back in the building. 22nd of November is the next big Fight Force program. November 22, back here at Springvale, show number 27.
Yes, he is a very experienced boxer and kickboxer, Nick Lundh, and he did have, as I said, an enormous victory at the Vodafone Arena 5 weeks ago on the Mundine undercard. Absolutely fixed up David Deeg like there was no tomorrow, and Deeg is no slouch. So he's in form. Karl Anderson is having some leg trouble at the moment with his equipment there, I think with the tape around the ankle and the ankle protector there just being attended to by his people. To help Karl Anderson tape up his feet there.
Karl Anderson weighed in last night at 72.21 kilos, has a record of 8-6-1.
And of course, Nick Lundh also has Murray Thompson with him in his corner there. Perry, the well-known promoter from the Knoxfield Netball Centre.
Certainly.
A Fulton man, Murray Thompson, former champion boxer himself, and excellent promotions down there at Fort Knox. He's had some great fight nights down there in the last 3 or 4 years. Lundh, just to see a beautiful leg extension there he's got with that left leg as he stretched that out then towards Karl Anderson.
They don't call him Lightning Nick Lundh for nothing, and Karl Anderson is already in trouble. He doesn't like what he sees so far. 11 years experience to Lightning Nick Lundh. From kickboxing to boxing, he's done it all in 11 years.
He has, and it just seems to be getting better with age. Nick Lundh at this point of his career, he just keeps going and going. And oh, what a magnificent agile manoeuvre from Nick Lundh to start off with the spinning back kick and then switch feet. You've got to be top class to do that.
Certainly do. It is not the Commonwealth champion for nothing.
That's right, as well as being enormously fit. Oh, certainly big trouble here. You were correct, Perry. He's in a lot of trouble here. And, oh, big right foot there. Caught him on the chin, but no damage done. And he doesn't like what he sees, Perry. You're right. From that point of view, he's got his work cut out here.
I think, as I said, Karl Anderson was going to try and start off very slow, try and suss out Nick Lundh, see if there was any tools that were missing that he didn't bring to the table tonight. Very agile. Second kick to the head there from Nick Lundh. Didn't connect with the second one, but
sensitive
he's
there,
got him in
Anderson,
trouble there.
To Lundh. Lundh coming in hard with the punches, keeps his eye on Anderson, tries to swing off him, and Peter Clark says no spinning back punches here. Thank you for this fight.
It's above the waist kicks only here in this Commonwealth title fight. Junior middleweight.
You said before that Anderson might be starting a bit slow to watch Lundh, but if Lundh starts fast, it'll be a problem for him. Because Lundh at the moment working away with the gloves and the leg there around the rib cage, and Anderson's doing everything. It's using up all his energy to fend off Lundh at the moment.
Yeah, couldn't agree with you more there. Stephen. You can see that Nick Lundh, as I said, he's just taking his time in this. Wants a bit of a workout. Karl Anderson, unfortunately, as you can see already in the first round, doesn't want a bar of Nick Lundh. Doesn't know where he's going with this, and at the same time, unfortunately, he's thinking I may be in over my head here.
Well, he's all over him.
Yep, you can see that. This is the second of 6 rounds.
That certainly is 6 2-minute rounds. And the first two, Nick Lundh, there, I don't think there'll be much doubt about that. And even with the judges here tonight there, they'd be right on the ball with that.
You can tell that Lund's had the 11 years of experience. He's just so crisp and fast and so forth. Knows where he's going and so forth. He's very agile, he senses, and it's just where his punches are going. More crisp, the technique. It's like poetry in motion. It's beautiful to watch.
It is. Magnificent timing is spot on. And it never takes his eyes off Anderson, which is the key, isn't it? Never take your eye off your opponent.
As you can see, Anderson, every time he does punch and so forth, he strikes one forward and then 2 steps back, which is unfortunate. When you do have one punch, you should try and connect and go through.
That's right. Yes, he should be. If you've got to have any hope of beating Nick Lundh, you've got to keep pressure on him, and you've got to keep coming at him. You've got to try and knock the confidence out of him.
Certainly.
Because Nick Lundh will always be there. He'll keep coming at you. Loves a fight where he can dictate terms and come full on, front on, straight at you the whole time.
And he's doing that now. I think it's just his agility as well and so forth. I mean, yes. Lund's got this fight in the bag, unfortunately. So
enormous leg extension. When you watch that leg extension he's got from anywhere from the waist to the head, it's like a heat-seeking missile, that left leg of his. Anderson, high, wide and handsome with that left leg then.
It was a nice attempt to kick there at Lundh, but as I said, Lundh actually read it and just took a step back.
Yep, telegraphed it to him, and he had no trouble avoiding that.
Yeah.
Lundh again there, flipping up the leg into Anderson. He's waiting for an opportune moment to also exert some authority with the gloves. Anderson now has tangled up Lundh in his corner, and Peter Clark splits them to get them back into ring centre. And there goes the bell for the end of round 2. Probably say not much happened in that round, but it's probably...
Would have given it a 10-10 or 10-9?
Well, there wasn't a great deal of action, but I think Lundh was still the crisper man, and did tangle Anderson up a few times there, and was able to. Harry Thompson is looking after Lundh beautifully there.
Yep, third round. Nick Lundh working back on the pace here.
Yes.
Beautiful try and back kick there by Anderson and so forth. Oh, nice little connection there by Anderson. He mustn't have been appreciative of the comment of what was being said. So he did connect there again with Nick Lundh, but you can see the agility of Nick Lundh. As I said, he's trying to get in and dominating this third round and so forth. Anderson doesn't want a bar of this and just trying to drape the leg over.
Yeah, trying to smother Lundh, then he was from that repercharge of punches and kicks, and he's got himself in a bit of bother there, because if you drop your head like that, you can't see what's coming at you, nor can you possibly see where you are in the ring. So needs to.
Lundh's got him in trouble here. Anderson, he's got to get out of it. And the first thing you do is don't turn your back and so forth. And Anderson has a striking similarity to the Irish champion Barry McGuigan, you could say, couldn't you?
Yes. He does. He looks like a number of people around town there. Our man here.
The famous and the not so famous there,
right.
Stephen.
Come on, the relations in center ring, come on.
A little bit of trouble over there by the sausage stall, I think, at the moment.
Yeah, but we're concentrating on the fight inside the ring and so forth. Nick Lundh working over it. So Nick Lundh working and so forth over Anderson.
Nick Lundh has got Anderson back in his corner, and and over the top, Anderson was stuck in the ropes.
Unfortunately, as I said, life imitates art inside and outside the ring here.
And that, gee whiz, there's plenty of movement in the station here at the moment. And there goes the end of the round.
We're back to center ring.
Unfortunately, people weren't watching the fight on the inside of the ring. They were all watching it on the outside here. But as I said, 3 more rounds to go. This is for the Commonwealth title.
4 coming up here in this fight. 6 2-minute rounds.
Lundh doing it pretty easily in a mandatory tribal defence. You can see that.
Well, yes, now Lundh is ahead here. Anderson really must start to exert some authority here, and it's not much good going back, taking backward steps on Nick Lundh, because he'll just come straight at you. And Anderson needs to exert here. It's no good finding yourself also blocked up in that neutral corner. He's made his way now back to ring centre, but Lundh has got that magnificent left leg extension. It's just beautiful to watch. And he's now blocked Anderson again into the neutral corner here. Anderson doing everything he can to get away. Not a great deal of difference in the body weight, but you'd swear that Nick Lundh was probably 2 or 3 kilos heavier. He looks so strong.
I think it's just the perseverance and power that he's been working on all over the years. And as I said, Karl Anderson actually just trying to work his way into it. But unfortunately, as we have said before,
he copped an enormous right hand from Nick Lundh then, but he bounced back from it. Anderson, where's he from originally?
He's actually from Hamilton in New Zealand.
Another Hamilton boy.
Yep. And he's actually, as I said, he is a former Thai box North Island and New Zealand champion. So
North Island champion as well. So he's been around. He's bending down here, turning his back there on Lundh as well, which won't help. All he's doing is giving Lundh more confidence to just charge at him the whole time. And that tactic's okay if it works for you, if you move side on and you know where you're at. But at the moment, Anderson is points, more than likely, a number of points behind, and it's going to be very difficult for him, Perry.
Certainly. Well, you get...
Beautiful. Kick, and he's nearly landed on top of the commentary area here, Anderson. I thought for a minute there that he was going to be right and smack bang on our table. He copped a leg kick and a big punch. A couple of big punches in point. In fact, he's in a lot of trouble. Copped it again, leg kick, punches. It's all happening. He's turned his back on Lundh. He got another kick to the head. And he is being pummeled. Peter Clark may not pull up with much more of this, but Anderson heads back to his corner, and his coach getting in there, his trainer, to give him a seat. Peter Clark is now going to have a word to the boy.
Yeah, Peter Bishop from New Zealand and so forth. They're saying to him, you know, don't turn your back and so forth. But as I said, Nick Lundh, he does train himself, but he has a magnificent trainer who's in his corner this evening, Murray Thompson.
Yes, a lot of work to be done here now by Karl Anderson to try and turn this situation around.
Is there a bit of claret on Nick just coming underneath Nick Lundh's nose or not?
He's bled from the nose before, boxing and kickboxing. I can't quite see, but that won't bother him at all. Come on, Nick! It won't cause him any problems.
As you can see, the domination from Nick Lundh, but as I said, there's not really many marks on Karl Anderson as we speak, but he's in trouble now.
Yeah, actually, I must say that Anderson has done one good thing. He survived well here because the last time Nick Lundh fought, as I said before, he absolutely pummeled David Deek at the Vodafone Arena and the Lester Ellis undercard, and Deek is a lot stronger than Karl Anderson in the body. Karl Anderson there bending over again there, cops and punches, but I wonder what Peter Clark said to him before in between rounds, if he was informing him that he was unhappy with some of that bending over style or whatever. Sure. Don't know what he said there, or perhaps asked him how he was coping with Lundh at that point. But he's done well to survive, because he has copped a fusilage of punches and kicks at various stages of the fight, and he's going through that same position now in the red corner. Oh, chopping down with the right hand there on top of Anderson, and then with the uppercuts, he's all over Anderson there in the red corner. Clark looking closely.
Nice
really
connection there,
there.
if you saw it, underneath.
He's put a standing 8 count on Karl Anderson, and he could possibly say that was going to come at some stage of this fight.
I think it's just the lack of no fighting from Anderson or his defence at all. You can't have a defence of just turning your back.
That's correct, yeah. But he's been able to survive. I mean, that's the surprising thing, is that he's doing it again. Peter Clark yelled at him at that point, perhaps told him to turn around, and again covers up with his back to Lundh. I mean, it may be another standing 8 count. He's going to tell him again that won't be tolerated, and 2 standing 8 counts in this is telling him that he must fight.
Is it 3 8 counts and that's it?
I think it might be 3 8 counts, and the bell saved him, but it's virtually a 10-7 round to Lundh. 2 standing 8 counts. That is where the referee showed discipline there, decided to discipline the fighter. And so I'm not happy with your style. You're not fighting in the manner that is appropriate for this particular sport, and I'm going to punish you for it.
I don't think he does have 11 years experience in kickboxing and boxing. He still did want to do the gentlemanly thing of, you know, put your dukes up, the Queensbury rules.
Yes, yeah, no doubt about that. Look, he has survived. Karl Anderson has done a great job in surviving. That's one thing he has done well. But Peter Clark won't tolerate much more of that style, I don't think. He'll give him an opportunity here, but if he gets into difficulty again and covers up in that fashion, he may decide to end it. We'll have to wait and see, or keep putting standing 8 counts on Karl Anderson.
You can see Nick Lundh, he's actually trying to go for the knockout, just to be just a little bit more convincing in his style this evening.
Yeah, he's got a beautiful right hand underneath, an uppercut there, and now pummeling away at the body. Anderson manages to get away. Anderson tries a leg kick. He concentrating pretty heavily on the legs, Anderson here.
Nice little punch there by Nick Lundh. He's got him in trouble. He's got him where he wants him. As I said, Peter Clark could stop this again, or he could give him another 8 count.
Yeah, Anderson hanging on again there as well for dear life, you'd say, as Lundh comes in.
And as I could just see there, trainer Peter Bishop, Karl Anderson's trainer, he was actually about to throw in the towel, as you could see it.
Yes, I didn't see that, Perry. I was leaning back, but I kept an eye on the fight a bit. But Lundh now still working away at Anderson. You begin to wonder if his trainer, he's allowing it to go on because Nick has a big welt under his left eye. Nick that's a soft spot for him, that left eye region below the eye. Yep. Comes up in a welt. I've seen that happen before with him, I think. But Anderson, he may have got a kick there, you see, when Anderson did get a leg kick in there. But Anderson again there, now trying to push out, but he's stuck in the corner. He's raising the knee a bit to try and protect himself. And Peter Clark says, I'm not going to put up with any more of that. So, you had to tell already, Bishop, didn't he, the trainer, to come in. But Anderson, look, the guy can take some punches, but Nick Lundh tonight, his punches weren't probably as hard as I've seen him hit before. And yes, the bad eye there, the welt coming up. Wasn't able to finish off Anderson in the manner in which he may have liked to, not certainly the way he finished David Deac off recently.
After several standing counts, called it off. In the sixth and final round, Marina Shonda has timed it as 1 minute 31 seconds. Would you congratulate the new IKBF Junior Middleweight Champion, the Lightning Man, Nick Lundh.
Very nice display, you'd call that, of
and show your appreciation for Karl Anderson. He was going in there. A tough night at the office. Nick Lundh, congratulations. Nick, you've got a busy schedule because you've got to prepare now for a boxing match with 2 fights, Kickboxing Championship and a Boxing Championship. Well done.
Sounds good to me. Thank you very much, Howard. I've really got to take the opportunity to thank Karl Anderson. He was certainly a tough opponent. They come all that way, so well done to Karl. I have to thank in my corner Murray Thompson, the Fighters Factory, and Drew and Steve. Without them, that's what I've got, of course. And Michael Vukovic, I really appreciate the support he's given me and the opportunity, so thank you very much, Michael. I have to thank my family, my wife and kids, of course, and all my fans who try to come kickboxing at my work, of course. And if you don't know now, the next time I'm actually going to be fighting Ian McLeod as the current Australian champion from the Phoenix Stable in Sydney. As on September 13th, on Murray's show at Knox for fights. Myself will be fighting, as I said, Mark Giro will be there.